Oh, hi everyone. June 24th, 2014. Strawberries. They're beautiful, they're easy to grow, and they're quite delicious. I have 4 plants here that I bought from the nursery, and I decided to plant in this planter. This is one of the planters that I built last year. Now I have other strawberries patch on the ground, and they produce quite well. They produce a lot of fruits, but majority of fruits were eaten by the insects. You know, the insects had a buffet of all of my strawberries. So I decided to grow this guy in the planter. So far, these 4 plants have not produced any strawberry yet this season. But I observed something very interesting, and I would like to kind of point out. If you look at all this little, what do you call it, umbilical cord, okay, this is one of the methods that strawberry propagate themselves. This is how they reproduce themselves. Besides, you've seen a lot of video on YouTube, people picking out seeds from the strawberry. Very tedious and very difficult, and the strawberry seeds are actually on the outside of the fruit. And they're quite difficult to grow. Oh, not difficult, but they kind of tedious if you're trying to germinate them. But the strawberry had another strategy. It's by growing this umbilical cord here, and at the end of that umbilical cord will be a tiny little offspring. So, but the interesting fact is that if you look at this umbilical cord, okay, that's what I call it. I don't know what to call it. It's about 10 inches, and I think this is my theory in this one is that the strawberry, the mother plants now, when they produce the baby plant, they're trying to spread them out a little further, so they don't interfere with their own, existence, right? That's what you want to call it. But of course, after the plants settle quite strong, and if the baby plants grow up, and if they produce more babies, and then I guess this whole place would be crowded. So that's the bummer. It's like kind of like, the first generation move in, have kids, and the second generation move in and have sets of kids. So that's 3 generations. That's too crowded in the house. So that's kind of how it seems like. But anyway, I just want to show you real quick. So what I did is I tried to encourage to do that so I can get more plants. So I took the end of this and put it really close to the ground and covered it with dirt, and it will root a little bit faster. And I can tell already this plant's already rooted, and you can tell if you try and pull them up, it's already rooted. And once it's rooted, you can actually cut this off, and if you want to dig them up, and that will be another plant, and then you can transplant them somewhere else. So this is a really good way of doing that. Other method, you've seen on YouTube, is that people put a little sort of dirt container right here, like this. Okay, and when this plant produces roots, it will attach to the soil, and then again, you will cut this off, and then you have a separate plant. But then again, look at strawberry produce like crazy again. So this offspring is already trying to produce another offspring. You can see here. So that's just kind of like compound the issues. But eventually I will cut them off and transplant them somewhere else. So we're in the middle of June, and this strawberries, it's suddenly putting out a lot of offspring. Okay, look at this. Everywhere you see, they're putting out offspring. Look at this. Everywhere. Each plant probably put out like 5 or 6 of them. Look at that. And all I do is just stick them into the ground a little bit, like so, anywhere away from the mother plant, obviously, like so, and just cover it with slightly little dirt and water them in, and guarantee you within a few days they will take roots, and then you can dig them up. Okay, so that's a really a natural, easy way of doing it. Okay, so much for the strawberry. I thought that was a kind of interesting observation for me to make, and maybe I want to share that with you guys. And most of you probably know this already, right? So, but nevertheless, this is interesting facts, and it's kind of fun to share. All right, well, appreciate you guys watching, and please post a comment, and And thank you for watching.